Welcome back. This is your Curious European friend, and today I'll be reacting to assumptions about Canada because this couple is moving to Canada, and they're going to be talking about what they think Canada is going to be like, I think, and what their assumptions are. And so I was very curious to see what their expectations are, and also maybe if you guys could comment on that as well and tell us if they're true or if they're not, and what do you think about them. But first, of course, I'll give my reaction as well. So let's go ahead and get started.
So in just a couple of days, we are moving our entire lives to Canada. And we thought we'd make a little video just showing you guys what we're taking with us because, you know, we're taking quite a lot. And whilst we were packing, we realised we have quite a few assumptions about Canada, don't we?
You can do all the research you like on a place, but you never really know what it's going to be like until you actually get there.
So for example, like in Australia, we were told the wildlife would be a massive problem for us. Turns out the wildlife over there it's dangerous, but you know, it's not as bad as it was made out to be. So we have a few of the same we think about Canada. And I think the main one for both of us is bears. So when I think of Canada, I think immediately of bears. Especially when I think about, like, maybe not when I think about Canada straight away.
No, I think of bears straight away.
Really?
Bears, maple syrup and beavers. And moose.
Oh, beavers?
Those are my four things,
Okay, interesting. Well, when we talk about wildlife, bears is the first thing that comes to my mind. And in my head, you know, from the movie,
I kind of think of moose for some reason. Because, yeah, I don't know, for some reason, Canada is the only place I really associate with those. I don't know.
So I've never actually seen a bear in real life, but in the movies, they're quite dangerous, aren't they?
They're terrifying.
And everyone tells you to be scared of bears and, you know, to prepare to encounter a bear, which makes me think it's going to be like a day-to-day problem. But is it?
The thing I'm wondering is, like, if it's going to be as common as I'm fearing it is. Like, I don't want to be scared to go on a hike. Or, like, am I just going to be on a daily hike randomly, and on the track there's just a bear that pops out? Like, is that going to be a regular thing?
Just
or
walks out the bushes in front of us?
Or is that an unlucky thing to happen?
Yeah.
Or is that, like, normal? Like, do I need to walk around on hikes in, like, full armour?
In
like
high
a
alert?
knight? No, I need to get, like, a knight
I think at that
outfit
point,
and a sword and a shield.
At that point, just don't go hiking.
Yeah.
You know, just stay.
But, like,
in the
everyone
cities.
goes hiking in Canada, so it can't be that bad.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think. You know, people would be talking about it a bit more, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
However, if we were to encounter a bear, what do we do?
What do we do? I really need, like...
I think it also depends on what type of bear it is, right? I also always kind of forget too, but... Well, definitely with the polar bear, it's just your yeah. That's... But... I forgot if it was brown bears or the black bears that you would need to look out for more. I thought it was it the brown ones? I've seen, like, what do you call it again? Like one of those riddles or sayings, you know, that you say to remember them, but I forgot what that was. It was like brown get down, black. No, I don't think it was that. I don't know anymore. If anyone of you knows, then let me know. I always get it confused which one of those is actually the more dangerous one.
Read up on a few things, haven't we? You know, there's bear whistles and
spray.
Bear spray.
I hope I never get close enough to a bear to have to spray it, though.
And what did you see about the pots and pans?
Oh, yeah. Like, well, no, I actually heard about this about polar bears, and I feel like grizzly bears and brown bears and black bears are actually the same. Like, they don't like loud noises.
Can you imagine Josie just stood on the track with pots and pans?
If that's what I need to do, I will bring pots and pans on every hike, if it's necessary.
I don't see you doing that. But yeah, you know, we have heard that is the right thing to do. Maybe not with the pots and pans, but
scream at it, or like.
But you have to just intimidate the bear. You know, you have to stand your ground because apparently the second you run away.
But I think, yeah, that's true. But then that's also different depending on which type of bear, I think.
Goodbye.
But that goes against all my instincts.
Yeah.
So I don't know if, like, my fight or flight response would just kick in and I'd actually do the right thing, or if I'd just run and then I'd, like,
Whereas if you run, I guess if
The
I
bear's
don't
gonna run.
you'll
Oh.
be fine, right? Because the bear will still be looking at me, and bear's not going to come through me, guys. Let's be honest.
I think the bear would. I would be acting like the prey, and the bear's just like, okay.
And maybe you'll actually save my life because the bear will run straight past me into you. Anyway, who knows? We're not going to stress about that now. Let us know, guys. Are bears going to be a big issue for us in Canada?
So the next one is money and expenses. So we've heard that Canada is going to be quite expensive, but what's more confusing for me, I think, and probably you, is going to be the tax and tipping situation.
Yes.
Because the price you see on the shelf is not the price you're going to pay. You're going to add tax at the till.
Yeah, so I've seen this before, mentioned before in another video. That was actually a grocery store video that I reacted to. And so that's not true for every product in the grocery store, right? Because some you don't pay taxes for. I believe it was the fresh food, basically, was tax-free, and then the more processed foods, you did have to pay taxes. I think it was something like that.
Yeah.
And tipping, like, am I tipping for everything?
Yeah.
Like, am I going to the grocery store and picking up my weekly shopping and tipping?
Mm-hmm.
Am I just tipping when I go, like, out to eat or in a cafe or a taxi, or do I tip the hotel?
I think you tip service workers, don't you?
But is a grocery worker a service worker?
Yeah, I suppose they are. Coming from a country that doesn't tip,
Yeah.
you know, we're not used to that. That's
Yeah.
not the English.
Yeah,
culture.
I don't know how that is in Canada. I didn't really think about that because I didn't know of Australia. That's not really a thing that much. But then, of course, in the US it is. But I never really, I don't know how that is in Canada. So I guess you do tip certain times. I don't know. Let me know as well.
Culture.
So we're going to really have to, like, engage our brains to remember it.
Yeah.
Because I also don't want to be like a rubbish tourist that doesn't follow the
rules.
culture and the rules.
Yeah.
Like, I want to make sure that we're doing it right, but it's going to take us a while to get our heads around it. And also, how much is the tax going to realistically add to it? Like, is it just going to, like, there's no noticeable difference and we're not really going to notice it when we've paid? It's like, like a couple of pence more.
Yeah.
Or is it going to literally just silently drain our budget in the corner?
A massive, like, 20% on top,
Yeah.
plus a tip. Yeah. Let us know, guys. I mean, we're going to do our own research on this.
We'll find out anyway.
We're going to find out, and I guess we might let you know before. Right, so before we go through any more assumptions, should we get on to packing your bag?
Yes.
Let's do it. It's a big bag, guys, as
Yeah,
you can
it is.
imagine. Huge bag, actually, you could say. Monstrous bag is actually more of the word. I
think I'm just gonna skip through that real quick. Not because I'm not interested, but for the purpose of this video, just reacting to the assumptions.
Our next assumption is we think Canadians are going to be very similar to Australians. And when we say that, we just mean in their, like, general attitude towards life.
Yeah.
And, like, kind of like the culture there. And I know they're two very different countries, but everyone we've spoken to, mainly Australians, about Canada, when the Australians have gone to Canada, they're like, you know,
They're just like us.
they're really welcoming, and, you know, we...
Yeah, I heard that too, that you're kind of like cousins maybe or something. Like maybe Australians and Kiwis would be the kind of like brothers, and then Canadians and Australians would be like cousins or something like that. I don't know, but I did hear that you guys generally, have a good relationship and like have similarities.
Out at home there. So I'm thinking, like, we're going to enjoy this trip. If they're anything like Australians, we're going to enjoy Canada, I think.
I've heard that Canadians are really friendly, super helpful, eager to help, just warm and welcoming.
Like, the outdoor culture in Australia is huge, and I think it's going to be similar to Canada, especially in the summer, like spring, summer, autumn seasons. Maybe not in the winter, but I guess skiing actually in the winter.
I think outdoor living is going to be heavily focused on Canada,
I think
like
just
in
maybe
Australia,
all seasons they're going to be heavily outdoors. You know, I think they like the camping, they like the hiking, they like the skiing, they like the climbing.
Everything's just going to feel more spaced out and roomy, like Australia.
Well,
like in the UK, everything's so condensed.
It's the second largest country in the world, Joe.
Yeah.
It's bigger than Australia.
That blows my mind.
How are we ever going to travel around Canada if it's
Because
bigger
I'm
than Australia?
also assuming that because we're now used to remoteness because of Australia, and long driving distances, I'm assuming that Canada isn't going to feel too like daunting as if we were just to come from the UK and not have experienced.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I guess that does make a big difference. Maybe if you're used to Australia and then go to Canada instead of being in the UK and then going to Canada. Or in my example, it would be from the Netherlands to Canada, which like the Netherlands is like a P, not even maybe. Yeah, what would be the comparison? Netherlands versus Canada. Like how many times could the Netherlands fit into there? Probably a crazy amount of times. So yeah, that would be a really big difference for me. Just being in such a large country. I guess maybe, yeah. If you kind of stay in the same place, maybe you don't even, I guess, notice the difference. But if you do want to travel, inside the country, which I would want to do, then that would be a difference. But you also have just so much variety and so many things to see.
Australia.
You are right. I think you're right in saying that. But I think
I'm worried that maybe I'm going to get taken by surprise at how remote Canada
I just
is.
don't want to underestimate Canada.
I wonder if Canada's actually more remote than Australia.
I know Australia is super, super remote.
Yeah.
But does the remoteness in Canada being like, because there's some real like dangerous snowy conditions out there. Winter conditions.
Yeah.
I think when it gets to winter in Canada, or maybe just the north of Canada, you know, you're probably encountering a really seriously dangerous condition. I hope we never.
I wonder if like
without safety equipment anyway.
Yeah, I wonder if like a lot of Canada is basically like the centre of Australia, like not really inhabited
kind of
very much and
uninhabitable.
like
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like there
think
might be more of Canada.
Like lots of
that's
mountains
like
and like snowy deserts and just things like that.
So I think maybe I'm gonna be very cautious not to underestimate the remoteness.
We'll see. Well,
only because we've done Australia. I think, oh well, we're used to it. But
yeah. What was the assumption again?
It's gonna be kind of like
Australians are gonna be like Canadians, or
Yeah.
Canadians are like Australians. So anyway, we're hoping we enjoy ourselves. I think we will.
And I think that segues nicely into our final assumption.
Indeed.
Winter. So
Winter is coming.
I have two sides of how I think about winter. So
Fine.
on one hand, I think winter is going to really get in the way of like the timings we
Especially
can do and see things.
On the
East Coast. Yeah.
Yes.
Like I think snowed in is a possibility. I think the roads are going to be like unnavigable. In my head, I'm like that. But then...
Whoa, unnavigable. I've never heard that word before. That's an interesting word.
I'm like, no.
Side note.
Just rationalise, like, they're a country. It's like Australia is so used to heat. They have infrastructure that supports it.
But they're so used to extreme weather conditions
Exactly.
too.
Like, Canada is so used to the two extremes of, like, minus 60 and 40 degrees
Well, you got to remember,
summers.
they built the city there. The country was like that before they arrived.
Yeah, that's what
Do
I'm
you know
saying.
what I mean?
Like, the
So,
infrastructure
they
is
would have
going to
built
be...
that city
exactly.
to withstand the conditions.
And I feel like, obviously, during the winter in Canada, life goes on because the winter is long. It has to go on.
Yeah.
Like in the UK, for example, when it's too hot or it's too cold, the whole country shuts down. Like, it doesn't, because we're not used to
Especially when it's too hot.
Yeah, this is always such a fascinating thing to me too. Just how your perspective and what you're used to, or maybe I should say like what you're used to shapes your perspective, and you live from that point of view. I don't really know how to explain this, but it's like how just in different places in the world and even in the same country that you're in, you're going to have all these people with different point of views. So it's super interesting to me how that gets shaped and from what point of view you look at things. It kind of affects you differently, and of course it does, but that's such a, if you really think about it, that's so fascinating to me, at least. Because for me, if I would go to Canada in the winter, I would be completely shocked probably at how cold it feels. And then there's some of you guys that apparently just go out in shorts, and that's just kind of normal to you. But for me, it would be like, I could not do that. Like, I would be so bundled up, and still, that would be so new to me. And yeah, and just like in every kind of day-to-day life, how it's also so different in all of these different places around the world. That's also why I like to travel. It's not just to see these bucket list things, but more so even to experience different lifestyles and different cultures and point of views. I think that's the best I could explain it, like perspectives and yeah, just how they live their lives, and seeing that every person in their country, they just in different countries live lives that are normal to them, but might be so different from other people's lives. And yeah, just looking into that and what we can learn from that ourselves. And I don't know, this is a whole tangent right now, but yeah, that's interesting.
I just think Canada is, they're used to it.
You get this much snow on the ground, guys, in England. And
a day off.
Work's called off, school's called off.
Yeah, can't get to school.
Yeah, you're done.
Everyone just
but
walks to the nearest hill to go tobogganing.
I feel like in Canada, you know, your snow's higher than your doorway and you still got to get to work somehow.
Yeah.
Because the city's kind of built for that. I hope so.
Yeah.
That's our assumption.
I mean,
we really suffered in Scotland when it was -4. Excuse me.
And I also love the snow when I'm in a ski resort and sliding down the slopes on my skis.
Yeah.
Love it.
Not when you're living out of a van.
No. So look, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And
Anyway.
I'll adapt to the Canadian way.
Yes.
I will.
We'll come out.
I'll become cold-blooded.
Canadian. We'll come out English, Canadian, Australian hybrids. You know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have the warm and cold blood.
Wait, no.
And
Isn't it animals with warm blood that live in the cold because then they can heat up their body, or is it the cold-blooded?
No, but we'll be hybrids, so we'll have everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway. I'll be the suitable temperature for combating the whatever temperature is thrown my way.
Or whatever, just. Anyway, let's get into packing my bag. Right then, my turn.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna skip to the outro. Let's see.
Thanks, Eagle Creek, because these bags are amazing. But anyway, we are leaving for Canada, in just a couple of days now. On Thursday. Today is Monday. We're leaving on Thursday, guys.
I am kind of very nervous. Yeah, excited, but like...
You've been having meltdowns on a daily basis at the moment, haven't you?
Yeah, this happens to me before a big trip every time, but it's like an excited nervous, but like, oh my gosh, I'm not ready, I've left things behind. You know, like the classic stuff you get even before like going on a 2-week holiday. I mean, I do anyway, even before I go on a 2-week holiday. I might have left this behind. I'm gonna lose my bag at the airport.
I always feel like I left something behind. I go through my bag. It's kind of the OCD in me comes out when I need to pack. Usually, well, now I'm kind of more used to it because I've taken so many trips. But it used to be pretty bad. I would go through my bag like 10 times because I thought that I would forget something. Like, usually my, well, not like every bag, but your personal item, your handbag, if I have my passport and stuff like that, I always think I'm going to forget it.
Normal thoughts anyway. I mean, I'm very excited. I'm sure you're excited but nervous. I'm obviously nervous, but that's what,
You're very cool, calm, collected, chameleon, cucumber.
Life is about, if you're not nervous, you're not getting out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
That's what we like to do, and I'm very excited to see what Canada has in store. It might be a disaster.
It's not going to be a disaster.
It might be paradise. Who knows?
It's going to be paradise.
We will see, and I guess you guys will see, because the next video you see of us will be at Heathrow Airport.
It will.
That's where we're flying from, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
You got it right.
One. Anyway, if you like the video, like the video.
And subscribe to the Down channel.
And we'll see you guys in...
No, we'll see you in Heathrow.
We'll see you in Heathrow. That's pretty boring.
That was so anticlimactic.
Oh, we're going to do it anyway. Just we'll say it anyway, just because it's cool.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys in Canada.
Yeah, it was very interesting to see all these assumptions, and also I'm very curious what you guys will say, because of course I haven't even been to Canada yet, so I could really comment on that. But yeah, I just really wanted to look into what they thought that Canada would be like, and compare it to kind of what I would think Canada would be like, and then maybe actually hearing your perspectives, and if you can answer some of it for me, them. I don't think they're gonna watch this video, but for me, for anyone who watches and wants to know, then that would be great. And I hope you like seeing this video, and I hope to see you in my next video very, very soon.